Looking out of Memphis and head coach Mike Norvell, the Tigers are 8-1 overall, 4-1 in the American Athletic Conference. Memphis was idle last week. They're back in action Saturday at Houston, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 Central on ESPN2. Coach, thank you for joining us on the call today. Just get your thoughts on your preparations for the game against Houston on Saturday, please.
Yeah, I thought our guys did a nice job with the bye week this past week. We had a good week of practice. I thought our guys had the right mindset and approach, just continuing to improve and learning from the experiences we've had throughout this season. You were able to give them a couple days off there, Friday, Saturday, and then guys came back to work, just normal game week, starting back on Sunday. With all of our focus there on Houston. This is it's another talented opponent. It's one who we have to go on the road. And conference play is always going to present its challenges. Our guys understand the history of this game and the way that it's been played out over the last 5 or 6 years, and so we know that this is going to be a great challenge for us. Our guys got to continue with a high level of execution in our preparation, and then it's going to be a 60-minute contest. You're here this Saturday, so our guys got to definitely have the right mindset and how we are preparing, but we fully understand what's going to be there for us.
Take questions for Coach Mike Norvell, please. *1 on your telephone keypad. We'll put you in the queue.
First question comes from Dan Tortora from wakeupcalldt.com. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing well, Dan. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Obviously, you're in the hunt for this west side of the AAC championship opportunity with Navy and SMU. Just what you could say about, the West Division itself, and then the fact that, it looks like this might go all the way down to the wire of the season.
It's the way it plays out every year, and this is the best that the American Conference, especially the West Division, has been since we've been here. Every week, you've got to play at an elite level. You look at Tulsa this past week, beating UCF there at home. They've had. It's a team that right now his record is not as good as what that football team is. But I think you look at their game versus us and SMU earlier in the season. It just shows that top to bottom, our division is incredible. I think it's one of the best in college football. When you look at the quality of the teams, the coaches, and just what we have to do, the level of play that is required to be successful. It's like I said, it's what we expect. It's we're excited to be in the hunt for it, but it's going to go down to the finish.
And then as far as, I'd spoken with you about this before, a trend that you may have set with coaches that had been in the American and then left and took over other programs. You signed an extension with Memphis. You dedicated yourself to the city and to this program and what you're doing. Just what you can say, hindsight 2020, about the decision to stay in Memphis and continue to build this and obviously be as successful as you've been representing the West the last couple seasons and have an opportunity to do it again as a three-peat this year.
I think I've got one of the best jobs in the country, and it's a place that I absolutely love to live. We've been able to recruit at an extremely high level. The players that I get to coach each and every day, they're pretty special. And not only with what they do athletically, but the buy-in that they have and the work that they put on the field. And so, we're excited about where we are. We're excited about what we're building to. We've had a tremendous commitment from our university to continue to progress, and that's the challenge. I think that it's a great time to be a Memphis Tiger, and we're all working hard every day just to continue to improve and get better in what we're trying to accomplish.
Well, thank you, Coach. It's always a pleasure, and good luck this week.
Thanks, sir.
Do you have other questions for Coach Norvell, please? *1 on your telephone keypad, if so. Coach, I'm going to ask you the next one, if I can, just in the context of some of the national rankings that have come out, both between the AP and the coaches poll, but also the CFP rankings and some of the teams that appear in there. Obviously, you've had a great season so far yourself, and relative to some of the other conferences, are you of the opinion that the American champion should that should be in the Cotton Bowl, regardless of which team that is, or is there, do you think that this is still wide open?
I mean, you got to earn it on the field, and at the end of the day, there is a committee that goes through all the rankings and positions teams according to what they see. And to be honest with you, we have no control over that other than what we do on the field. So that's our focus. That should be the focus of our conference. And until the day comes that we get the an automatic bid, then you got to go prove it every week. Which for me, it's that's what it always comes down to. So I don't have a vote in it, but I definitely have a role to play in making sure that our team is prepared and improving throughout the season. And we get the opportunity, you got to play at a high level.
Great. Thanks, Coach. We can go back to the next question, please.
Next question comes from Dan Tortora from wakeupcalldt.com. Please go ahead.
Coach, just to follow up, just what your take is about if you feel that this conference is getting kind of what they deserve, so to speak. If you feel like the rankings are meeting what this conference is, or if there's still more work to be had. I asked Luke Fickell the same question. If you feel the respect, or if you feel like there's more road to gain.
Dan, I'm impressed you got a 2-for-1 on this conference call. That's good. Respect is earned. I mean, at the end of the day, I think this conference is played at a very high level. I think that anybody that truly takes the time to watch the players, the coaches, what and how our teams have done and played, throughout this season and over the last few years, you've got to continue to prove it. And that's something that I think we've done at a high level, in conference play, out of conference play. You sit there and you look at the number of teams. Well, I think we got 4 teams ranked in the top 25. Where our teams are ranked. I mean, once again, we don't have any real control over that. But you got to continue to work and build and recruit and progress as programs and as a conference in every aspect. So I think we got some phenomenal players in this league that that's helped elevate it in every way. And so that's something we're going to continue to try to do. I mean, but at the end of the day, do I feel that we're respected to the level? I know I respect the crap out of the players, the coaches, the teams that are in this league, and I think we've shown up well when we've had the opportunity, outside of the league as well. So those are things that we can control and have to continue to make sure that we're making an impact on.
Well, thank you, Coach. I appreciate it again.
Thank you, sir.
Coach, appreciate your time as always. I look forward to hearing from you once again next Monday.